Hi, today I'm going to be showing you how to stamp onto some linen napkins with a Christmas design, and I'm going to be talking you through all the steps that you need to do this. Now, I just got a pile of linen napkins from the charity shop. I've washed them all, I've ironed them, but they're linen, so they're really kind of still a little bit crumply because you're going to need them quite smooth for when you go to stamp them. So you need some linen napkins, you need some lino. This is just from Art Discount. It's got a kind of rough side on one side and a really soft lino on this side. So we're going to need some lino for printing. You're going to need a lino cutting tool and some acrylic paint or some printing ink, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're going to need a couple of wooden blocks just to glue your stamp that you make onto it, and all the things you kind of need for printing. You don't need necessarily one. You can use a makeup sponge if you want, but I've got a roller. And I'm going to be using some of the little Made by Marley house craft blanks as to tie onto the napkins when they're done. So I'm just going to crack on. So I'll put the camera down and we can get on with it. So what I've done here is I have drawn the holly shape out onto the lino, onto the soft side, not the rough side. And I've drawn my berries separately, and I'll explain why. I did these ones earlier, and what I've done is I've completely cut out the holly, and I don't know if you can see it. Then what I've done is I've got the lino cutting tool and did a kind of little dropped pocket in the inside of the leaf, and just done, you know, where the kind of like the veins of the leaf are. But I've not put the berry on it because obviously if we print this in green, we don't want our berries to be green as well. So I've done the berries and I've stuck them on a separate bit of wood. These are just blank, like bits of wood that have been cut off things that I've used to do this. So you're going to start with your holly, and then what you're going to do is you're going to cut your holly out and cut your berries out. I've done two, so that's a full one and a kind of half one, which, as you can see, I'm kind of stuck them together like that, so it makes it look like they're two together. So cut them out fully first, and that's quite easy. The lino's really soft, you just cut round it. I'll just do a little bit because it's a bit like watching paint dry. So you can see it's not difficult to cut. Cut this bit like this. It gets kind of tricky in the kind of pointy edges if you just kind of cut that out like that. So, I mean, I'm just going to go on and cut it, it's not taking that long. So you cut it all out. Now, you're going to take your time on this. I'm rattling through this, but so all these bits over there. So as you can see, there's the holly, and you get your lino cutting tool, and all I did with mine was I just went round the edges like this of my holly just to give it a bit of a groove. I don't even know whether you can see that. I'm literally just cutting a groove into the lino. I did the same on the other side. Now this is just a simple, but if you get into lino cutting, I mean, you can do some amazing, and I mean amazing things make your own wrapping paper, print your own t-shirts. Lino print is really good fun, and it's all coming back now, that sort of retro kind of printing look. People can see it's handmade, and I think people like to see that. So you just cut all the way around like that. I hadn't planned to show you this on camera, but there we go. You can see how simple it is. You can do other ways where you cut the whole thing out in the inside, and then, you know, can do really fancy, but there we have it. I think you can maybe see the grooves. Yeah, and you just do the same with the berries. Cut it out, and obviously you groove out your little highlight. Then what you do with them is just get some hot glue, glue them onto some old wood, so you can just makes it easier to kind of work with your stamp if it's on something, whereas it's a wee bit more tricky if you're kind of going like this and doing that. So these are two stamps that have already been glued. I'm going to tidy this up. I'm going to get my linen napkin ready. I might even do, because I haven't done this yet, a quick test with this just to check. I don't want to do it on camera and it'd be a complete utter nightmare. So I'll clean up, back in a minute. Okay, so here is our white table napkin, and what I've done is, just off camera, I've got some green paint, and what I'm going to do is, I tried using the roller, but it didn't, I tried it just once, so this could still be a disaster, but I felt it just wasn't filling in the shapes enough, and I do need to quite load it because it is fabric, so you do want it quite a lot of paint on it, not too much, but you do need quite a bit of paint. So there, we've done that. So that's painted. Oh, I'm sneezing. And then I'm just going to push down, and then I'm going to pray that this looks good. Yeah. So that's one, and I'm just going to do a random pattern. I'm not going to be, now I need 7 of these for Christmas Day, so I need to do 7. So it's going to be a bit of a production line. I'm pressing down quite firmly, but I'm not going crazy about it. Oh, there's a bit of string stuck to my, I think it might be a bit of glue gun string. Quite a good thing about mounting it up as well, it means that if you touch the block of wood, you're not going to get a messy bit onto your napkin. Well, that's the idea anyway. Yeah. So as you can see, I'm not doing any particular pattern. You could cut your holly leaves out as complex as you want. I mean, I'm sure people who do lino print are looking at this and saying it's a little bit kind of simple, but it's just to get you started. You can't see this one, I'm just doing this one off camera, but it's down in the corner. But it's just a start, and I guess you have to start somewhere. If you like it, then obviously you can get better and better at what craft you like. But I'm just going to turn the camera just so you can see this one. Now, I think that's probably enough. I don't want to go crazy. I'm thinking maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all of the green first, I think, or actually I'll show you the red. I'll show you the red. Now, I've actually got red printing ink for the red, so we'll see how that works, because the green I'm using is acrylic, just simple acrylic paint. So let's see how the berries fare with this. I'm going to just flip my sponge around because I need to go and clean it if I want to do. We'll see if there's a difference between the printing ink and realised it wasn't on camera there. We'll see if there's a difference between the printing ink and the acrylic paint. Now, once this has been done, and it's all completely dry, it must be really, really dry. If you put a piece of greaseproof paper over the top of it and iron it, and it should come out. Now this is where it's going to get tricky because I'll just flip my camera this way. I need to line my berries up. Now I'm not bothered if they don't exactly touch my holly. There we go. More red. So you get the drill. You don't need to do berries. You could do Christmas trees. You could do Christmas puddings. Really, you can do anything. It's up to you. Those berries are nicer. They're a bit brighter. Too much paint on it either. The lino printing ink is much thicker than the. Do this a minute. Than the acrylic paint. I think it'd be really nice with some initials or something on it. I think I overloaded it there. It's gone right into the little. I'm just going to get a paintbrush and I'm just going to try and skip it out of the highlight. See if that works. So I'm doing this one. I can always come back and paint, get an acrylic pen and just put a highlight on that. There we go. And last berry, which is, if you can see it. I think you just and no more get to see this one. Now, I'm going to just take the camera off the stand and I'm going to just show you how this looks, because I'm thinking it might need something else, but I'm not quite sure yet. So everyone, this is how it looks. I keep saying the word so. So I'll give you a close up of what we've printed on. So there are the berries. Now, they're quite crude. They're cute. They're not, you know, you're not your life's work, but they'll make really nice tablecloths. Napkins for Christmas Day. Now that one there, I'm going to fix with a little bit of acrylic paint. So I'm going to go off and I'm going to do the rest. And once they're all done, I'll give you a wee finished look at them all. So I just worked out what it was it needed. What I've done is I've just stamped with some black acrylic paint, some snowflakes, which was a snowflake stamp I had, just a snowflake stamp. So, and what I've done is I kind of filled in some of the blank areas, and I think that's, as far as I was concerned, that's exactly what it needed. So I'm going to go on now and do the rest. So here we are. This is all the napkins that I've done, finished. And what I've done is I've done every one in a unique design. They still need to be sealed and they still need to be hot ironed just to seal all the colour in, but I just thought I'd give you a look at how they all look, all finished. But don't go anywhere because I'm going to show you how to finish them off. So I'm just going to show you how to finish them. All I've done is got some baker's twine, tied it in a knot, put the Made by Marley craft blank, the little house that I painted, and put joy on it. Wee knot, little bow, and a piece of greenery. Now I'll stop the camera, give you a close up. So I think you'll agree that's been relatively easy. They've not been tricky at all to make. I've got the rest just sitting over here, so I'll just move this and pop it over there, and that's how they all look. I'll take some nice shots of these just so you can see them, a photograph of them, but that's how they look. completely personalised. You can make your stamp whatever stamp you want it to say. You can personalise them in any way. These napkins just came from the charity shop. They weren't expensive. The most expensive thing I think that I've got is the little bits of greenery which I already had. So there you go. All done, and they look really nice. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and if you really like this video, why don't you share it? I'm Lyle from Made by Marley. I'll see you again another day.